Recording in progress. So here we go. Welcome to our New Year's Eve gathering. Everyone knows my name. My name is Sarah. So first, I'm going to share with you my intention. And then if you want, we can go around and you can share your name and either your intention for being here in this gathering, or you can share one word, like what in 2022, what was one word that covers it all for you? What was your feeling of how 2022 was? My year would be challenging. It was super challenging. But my intention is for support and inspiration for all of you and anyone who watches this later to show up for you this year, for you to show up for you all year long, because you are sacred and your life is sacred. Your path is sacred. Your journey is sacred. We have another person joining us. Welcome. Sorry, I'm getting messages. Hi, Sakal.
Hey.
Yeah. So we just started. I just had everyone do some like cleansing breaths to settle in. And just FYI, I'm recording it to send to some students because I couldn't be here tonight. So if you don't want to be on the video, that's fine. And I'm also going to mute you until later when we're talking. So yes, my intention is to support and inspire all of you to show up for you all year long, not just right now and not just once a week when some of us meet, all year long. You are sacred and your life is sacred. So I'm going to go in clockwise according to my screen. So it's going to go Renita, Cal, Allie, Becky, Christina, and share your name if you want. And either one word, how was your 2022 in one word, or what's your intention? Why are you here tonight? And okay, so I'm going to go, Renita, would you like to share? Yes or no?
Yeah. My name's Renita, and my 2022 was overwhelming in one word.
Okay.
Yeah, and then just to add my intention for the following year would be to be more open to change and to surrendering to the unknown and just trusting.
I love that. Oh my gosh, I forgot. Oh, okay, we have one more person. Thank you, Renita. Thank you. Oh my gosh, okay, it just switched up. Anna. Oh, and Sakal's coming back. Okay. So actually next on my screen now is Becky. Do you want to share? Yes or no?
Sure.
Okay, great.
I don't know if my video is frozen for everybody else, but sorry.
It is. That's all right. You look great.
Well, thanks. My name is Becky. One word that describes last year was probably chaotic. My intention for the new year is finding peace around relationships in my life.
Thank you, Becky. Next is Cal. Would you like to share with us? Would you like to share your name and either your intention for tonight or like one word? What was your 2022 about?
Hi, yeah, I'm Sakal or Cal. My 2022 was really heavy. So I'm looking forward to a much lighter 2023, sorry, going backwards here. Yeah, really not much to share right now, but thanks, Sarah.
Okay. Do you know your video is off? And then that's totally okay, but I'm just letting FYI.
Yeah, I just switched to my TV, so okay, I'll come back on.
Oh, you're cool. Nipsey. I like it. Thank you. Anna, welcome. You made it in. Would
Hi,
you,
thank you.
hi, would you like to share?
Sure. So my name's Anna. And I haven't spent a lot of time thinking about it, honestly. I think that was part of why I wanted to join in and dial in, was to spend some time actually thinking about next year and really what I wanted to come out of it. Kind of been a slow starting break.
Okay.
So
In one word overall, how was your 22 past year?
monotonous.
Okay. Okay. Thank you so much for sharing.
Thank you.
And Allie, would you like to share? Yes or no? Okay.
Okay, hi, my name's Allie. My one word for last year or the end of this year is chaotic. It's been a whirlwind of a year for me. Going forward into next year, I'm looking forward to growing as a person and changing careers.
Awesome. Thank you, Allie. And Christina, would you like to share? Wait, I'm gonna ask to unmute you.
All right. Yes, I can share. My name is Christina. I would have to say my one word for last year was, I don't know, I maybe have two words, like stagnant, just unchanged. Even though I did a ton this year. And my intentions is just like kind of getting back into like what I need in 2023.
Love that. Thank you, Christina. Okay, that's awesome. And yeah, even if that changes, even if your intention changes after our beautiful gathering tonight, that's okay. You can always add on to it. I guess my light should have been more in front of me. Oh well, light and dark balance. Okay. It's also important. I'm glad that everyone shared, because that's really important that we get used to our own vibration in our throat chakra. Because whatever you want to create, whatever your intention or intentions are, that those start in the second chakra, in the sacral chakra, and then you express them through the throat chakra. So throat and sacral, second and 2, 3, 4, 5. Second and fifth are all about creation and expression of creation. So I'm glad that everyone used their beautiful, strong voice tonight. We are going to be a quick rundown of what we're doing. We're going to be doing some breath work, a guided meditation, and intention setting tips. So I hope everyone has something to drink. I hope you have something to write with. I hope you're sitting somewhere comfortable. If you are sick or have been sick, like I was, and like most everyone that I know this winter has been, if the breath work bothers you, then stop doing it. If you're uncomfortable anytime with the breathing, then either slow it down or pause it. We're not going to be doing it for as long as I originally thought, because Source guided me to do a completely different breath work that I actually have never done before. So this is exciting. And what else? Okay. So before we start, according to the lines of yoga and the steps of yoga, you traditionally, in the 8 limbs, Patanjali's path, the royal path of yoga, you practice your asanas, the postures first, and then breath work, and then you go into meditation, because after meditation you work on withdrawing your senses, which brings you closer into source, which is inside of you, and then that's when you can reach samadhi or complete enlightenment or the end of the game or whatever. So we're going to move our bodies just a little bit. First, we're just going to move our arms. So I want you to inhale the arms up and exhale, bring them down. You can inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth if you want. Inhale, arms up. Exhale them down. Inhaling, arms up. And exhaling them down. And then I just want you to stretch over side to side. Take a deep inhale, exhale, stretch. Take a deep inhale, exhale, stretch. Inhale, exhale, stretch. Inhale, exhale, stretch. And then coming up, making a fist, putting it under your chin, keeping the arms together. You want to push your chin up as far as you can. Take a deep inhale. And as you exhale, you come down, bring the elbows up and bring it down and pull the elbows far up. Inhaling, come up. Push the chin all the way up, stretch the neck, stretch the throat. Exhale, bring it down, elbows come up. One more inhale, chin up. Exhale, bring it down. Now roll your head around. You can either drop your chin and roll side to side, or you can go all the way around if that feels okay on your neck. If it doesn't, don't do it. Breathing in, breathing out. And make sure you go in the opposite direction. The yoga postures, the yoga asanas. Asana, it actually means comfortable position. Asana practice is like 1/800th of what yoga is really all about. Your entire life is yoga. Yoga is life. Life is yoga. And yeah, I like what Ali's doing. And let's do some twists. If you're sitting cross-legged or you're with your legs down, maybe put opposite hand on opposite knee, do a slight twist. And to the other side. Do it again. Inhaling, exhaling. And then I want you to do any other movement right now that might feel good for you. If you want to stand up and stretch, like back bend, you want to bend over, do kind of like a ragdoll position. Coming into squat, maybe moving side to side. Anything that feels good for you right now. All right. Now I want you to just close your eyes and notice how those very few movements, I want you to notice how that created a little bit of space in your body, mostly the upper body. And also you can feel how it opened up some energetic flow. So you might feel a little bit of tingling or a slight buzzing sensation just from those small movements. So imagine if we were all practicing yoga for an hour every day of our lives, how open and energetic and jazzed up we would feel. Electric, right? So that's body movement. Going into our breathing. And also, if you have questions, please write them down. I'm going to give some time at the end for Q&A or comments or shares, or if you're struggling with something and you want a little bit of extra help tonight. So make sure you write them down, and we're going to have time for that. So we're going to practice something called rhythmic breathing. It's a little bit different than full yogic breath or 3-part breathing, if you're aware what that is. I'm going to read to you out of the best breath book that I've ever read in my life. It's called The Hindu Yogi Science of Breath. It's like over 100 years old. It somehow just showed up in my life. I don't know how, by the grace of the divine. But when I was flipping through it, this is what stood out to me. So rhythmic breathing, I'm going to read this to you. Like I said, it's like 100 years old. So they refer to yogi as he, even though we know yogi is all of us. Okay. All is in vibration. And if you, sometimes it helps me tune in more when I close my eyes. So if you feel called to close your eyes while I'm reading, then go ahead. All is in vibration and all is vibration. From the tiniest atom to the greatest sun, everything is in a state of vibration. There is nothing in absolute rest in nature. A single atom deprived of vibration would wreck the universe. In incessant vibration, the universal work is performed. Matter is being constantly played upon by energy, and countless forms and numberless varieties result, and yet even the forms and varieties are not permanent. They begin to change the moment they are created. And from them are born innumerable forms, which in turn change and give rise to newer forms, and so on in infinite succession. Excuse me. Nothing is permanent in the world of forms, and yet the great reality is unchangeable. Forms are but appearances. They come, they go, but the reality is eternal and unchangeable. The atoms of the human body are in constant vibration. Unceasing changes are occurring. In a few months, there is almost a complete change in the matter composing the body, and scarcely a single atom now composing your body will be found in a few months from now. Vibration, constant vibration, change, constant change. In all vibration is to be found a certain rhythm. Rhythm pervades the universe. The swing of the planets around the sun, the rise and fall of the sea, the beating of the heart, the ebb and flow of the tide, all follow rhythmic laws. The rays of the sun reach us. The rain descends upon us in obedience to the same law. All growth is but an exhibition of this law. All motion is a manifestation of the law of rhythm. Our bodies are as much subject to rhythmic laws as is the planet in its revolution around the sun. Much of the esoteric side of the yogi science of breath is based upon this principle of nature. By falling in rhythm of the body, the yogi manages to absorb a great amount of prana, life force energy, which they disposes of to bring about results desired by them. I'm going to read that again. By falling in with the rhythm of the body, we will manage to absorb a great amount of life force energy, which we then can dispose of to bring about the results in which we desire. So breath is our most available tool, our most abundant tool, costs nothing. You're doing it constantly already. There's I guess a story or a theory. If you heard a note on a violin, if it sounded repeatedly and in rhythm, it will start into motion vibrations, which will in time destroy an entire bridge. The same result is true when a regiment of soldiers crosses a bridge, the order being always given to break step on such an occasion, lest the vibration bring down both bridge and regiment, which I didn't know that before. I thought that's very interesting, like how soldiers march like left, right, left, right, left, right. Apparently they don't do it over bridges because that rhythmic flow could bring down a whole bridge. Fascinating. So these manifestations of the effect of rhythmic motion will give you an idea of the effect on the body of rhythmic breathing. The whole system catches the vibration and becomes in harmony with the will, which causes the rhythmic motion of the lungs. And while in such complete harmony, will respond readily to orders from the will. Will meaning your desire. With the body thus attuned, the yogi finds no difficulty in increasing the circulation in any part of the body by an order from the will, meaning you can willfully increase circulation and send life force energy to any part of your body or organ or tissue that you want and help it to heal. And in the same way, he can direct an increased current of nerve force to any part or organ, strengthening and stimulating it. So we're gonna base this rhythmic time on your heartbeat, because it's going to be different than everyone else's. The heartbeat varies in different persons, but the heartbeat unit of each person is the proper rhythmic standard for that particular individual in his or her rhythmic breathing. So I want you to ascertain, gather your normal heartbeat by placing your fingers over your pulse, either on your wrist or in your neck. And I'm going to be quiet for a moment. Now I want you to start counting it each beat to 6. Can everyone find it? Is anyone having difficulty? Raise your hand. Or say yes. Okay, so the rhythmic breathing is, it's going to be 6 in and 6 out. So you're going to count, and it's all through the nose. You're going to sit in a very comfortable position, 6 in and 6 out, half of that for retention. So you're going to inhale through the nose for 6 of your heartbeats. You're going to hold it for 3 because that's half. And then you're going to exhale for 6. And after you exhale, you hold it for 3 more before you inhale 6 again. Does that make sense? Is there any questions? So you would inhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold for 1, 2, 3. Exhale 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold 3, 2, 1. Inhale to 6. Does that make sense? And obviously I'm not going to count because my heartbeat is different than everyone else's. You want to sit erect, chest, neck, head in straight line. So if the chest is a bit collapsed and the belly is out, you're not going to be getting the prana coming into the body. The prana energy, life force energy, moves through our body up and down the spine through the Sushumna. The Sushumna goes up and down the spine from the root to the heavens through our Sushumna spinal cord. Okay. From the spinal cord, each of our chakra points sends the energy out to the rest of our body, like the heartbeat pumps our blood. So that's what the chakras are for. I'm going to be doing an online chakra workshop in a couple months, blah, 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 blah. All right. So chest, neck, head in straight line. So neck means your neck, you're not like this, you're not like this. The chin is just slightly tucked, so the neck is nice and long. Okay. Shoulders back, hands easy on the lap, either palm up, palm down, doesn't matter. Obviously, one of your hands is on your heartbeat. The ribs are supporting your entire body in this stance. Your rib cage is nice and big and strong and amazing. So you don't need to worry about any other part of your body holding your body up. Your ribs are going to do the work. And as you're inhaling, instead of you focusing on your belly coming forward or your body extending forward, I want you to also, if you can, focus on your ribs extending to the side, because that's going to help keep you supported as you're sitting up. If you've been practicing yoga for a while and you want to scoop your lower belly up and in, like below your belly button, to kind of do a mini Mula Bandha lock, you can also do that. If you don't know what I'm talking about, don't worry about it right now. Connecting with your rhythm is more important than the length of the breath. And we're going to be doing this. I'm going to set a timer. We're going to be doing this for about 10 minutes because I was practicing it earlier this afternoon, and it took me probably like 3 or 4 minutes before I felt like I was on time with my heartbeat. So be patient. Again, if you start feeling dizzy or lightheaded, maybe stop, take a couple cleansing breaths. Anytime you begin breath work or in breath work, you want to do it with some cleansing breaths. A cleansing breath is just what we did at the beginning. Deep inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth. Okay, I'm going to set a timer. And actually, maybe we're not going to do 10 minutes. Maybe that's a little too long. We're going to do 7 minutes. Okay. Any questions? Everyone ready? Yay! Pranayama! Yay! Okay. Take a couple cleansing breaths. And begin. Relax your jaw, relax your eyelids. Okay, if you get off rhythm, it's just a practice. All of it's just a practice. So we've already done 2 minutes. Halfway there. Breathing in as much as you can while you're counting to 6. Holding for 3. Releasing for 6. Holding for 3. Just a little over a minute left. Finish up whatever round you're on. When you're done, take two more cleansing breaths. And stay with your eyes closed for a moment. Release track of your pulse. Maybe you notice some calmness, clarity. Again, spaciousness, vitality. Deep inhale, exhale. Grab something to drink if you made something sacred or special, or water or whatever. I mean, tea. Love tea. It's chamomile and lavender and rose. Ooh. And my queen cup. Ooh. Mm-hmm. All right. So that was I felt that was a very gentle breath work. I don't know how any of you felt in my head when I was envisioning this gathering. I was going to do like a really intense breath work because I'm just an intense person and I like to really put people through the ringer to get stuff unstuck. And that was not what tonight was about, apparently. So rhythmic breathing. So I hope you learned something. And the more that you practice breath work, you up those numbers. So towards the end, like the 6, it wasn't doing much for me. So I was increasing it to 8, and then the time offs for 4, the retention times for 4. So you can do that. You could take it all the way up to, maybe 10 and 5 or 12 and 6 or whatever. So maybe play around with it and see how it increases. And also when you're doing pranayama, when you're working with your life force and your breath, you can also set an intention to inhale for a specific reason. So I went and hiked, not all the way to the bottom of the Grand Canyon, but I did the Angel Bright Trail. I hiked almost to like 3 miles to the end. And so it took, gosh, what was the length? I can't remember. It was some years ago. It took like, I don't know, four-ish some hours to get down to wherever we went, and ended up having lunch. And on the way down, I was doing this breath work practice that you can store prana in your solar plexus, which your solar plexus is your 3rd chakra, right above your belly button. This is where we hold fear, and when you're afraid, you can feel it in this area. Well, your actual solar plexus of your body is actually more in the back. And so you can do breath work and store life force energy and extra energy and strength and whatever you need in your solar plexus. So I was practicing that breathing, like inhaling prana, inhaling life force energy and sending it to my solar plexus. Like that I was doing that intention like the whole way down. in hopes that it would help me get back up, because we didn't bring headlamps and it was getting dark. It was like in November. So it was getting dark really early at the Grand Canyon. And the person I was with, he went way ahead of me because he was, I don't know, I guess training for this or something, and like just took off. And I was like, oh my gosh, I can't be stuck on this trail by myself in the dark. So I then mindfully started tapping into that and breathing. Then from my solar plexus, from my back, I started inhaling, like I was inhaling the energy from there. And I made it up in 2 hours. Took me 4 hours to go down, made it up in 2 hours. So breath work can do more than what we think. And if you're interested in getting this book, message me and let me know, and I'll send it to you. It's the Hindu Yogi Science of Breath by Yogi Ramacharaka. It's freaking amazing. Keep in mind, it was written 100 years old, so there it is not PC, but the information in it is great. So pranayama now, so we did body movement, breath work. Now we're going to go into meditation. Before we go into meditation, I want you to close your eyes. And you're going to see 1, 2, or 3 seeds. And now open your eyes and write down what you saw. Did you see 1 seed, 2, or 3? And write that down. That's going to have to do with our meditation. Excuse me. All right. For meditation, it's most important that you are comfortable, because my intention for guided meditations is always to get you connected with your inner wisdom, your inner being, your higher self. And we can only do this when we're really relaxed. So if you want to lean back, if you want to lay down, whatever you got to do, you want to be really relaxed. Meditation, guided visualization. And if you've worked with me before, which some of you on here have, I never really know what I don't have a script for meditation. I rely completely and trust completely in my source and source energy and divine guidance. So as we go into meditation, I want you to take a deep inhale, full deep inhale, as full as you can into the body. And I want you to hold it for as long as you can. Close your eyes if you need to. Hold it for as long as you can. And then I want you to exhale through the mouth so you can hear yourself. Ha! Again, some of that vocal toning to your vibration. We're going to do that 2 more times. Taking a deep inhale through the nose. Fill up the body as full and complete as you can. Hold it for as long as you can. And then when you release, really let your voice be heard. Ha! One more. Let's start by relaxing our entire bodies. Relax your scalp. Relax your forehead, eyelids, cheeks. Jaw. Neck, shoulders, anything that has happened this year. I want you to begin to allow it to melt down out of the body, all the way down, 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 down into the earth, all the way down, down, down into the earth. Softening the arms, all the way down through the wrists, fingers, thumbs. Allowing your beautiful rhythmic heartbeat to slow down. There's nowhere else you need to be right now. There's nothing else you need to be doing or thinking about. Listening, just listening to the sound of my voice. Letting worry, tension, monotony, chaoticness, stagnation, allow all of these emotions, all those words that you said, let them melt, drop out of your body into the earth. You no longer need to carry them around. Allowing the body to take long, deep inhalations and exhalations. Softening the ribs and rib cage. Allowing a feeling of ease to come into your stomach, into your belly. And allow that ease to melt all the way down through the lower abdomen. All the way down through the entire pelvic region, anal region, all the way down through the hips. Relaxing, softening, ease all the way down through the legs, knees, shins, calves, ankles, feet, toes. I want you to take another deep inhale, and I want you to inhale anything that's left over from 2022 or 21 or 20. I want you to inhale it into the body, like forcefully, like pull all that stuff, that crud, inhale it all the way in. And then open mouth, push it out. Ha! 2 more. Inhale all of it. You don't even have to know what it is. Inhale the emotions, conversations, heartbreak, stuff that worked, stuff that didn't work, things that happened, things that didn't happen. 1 more deep inhale, all the past year, and let it go. You no longer have to hold on to it. You no longer have to carry it around. Tonight is a reset. Tonight is a new beginning. Tomorrow is going to be an even newer beginning. And again, relax your eyelids, relax your jaw, shoulders, arms, hands. I want you to become aware of what parts of your body are making contact with your chair or the floor or your bed, couch, cushion. I want you to take your awareness all the way down to your right pinky toe. Maybe you can feel it tingling. Maybe you can feel some prana in there. Now bring your awareness to your left shoulder. All the way up to the top of your right ear. The left cheek. Your belly button. Being aware that you are observing the physical body. If you can observe something, you can't be it simultaneously. So we've created even more space now by coming into the seat of the observer. You have a physical body. You are not the physical body. Now I want you to bring your awareness into your heart space in the center of your chest. This is the center of our emotional body. Now I want you to allow your heart to open. Think of your favorite flower or any flower that you've ever seen opening, blossoming. You don't need to do anything for it to open. You just give it permission. Use your breath. Use that prana. Breathe in some life force energy into your heart space. And as you exhale, feel your heart space opening, blossoming. Because you are sacred. Your life is sacred. Now I want you to breathe that prana, that life force energy, that awareness. I want you to breathe it into the heart space. Now I want you to send it all the way down to your tailbone, to your root chakra. I want you to imagine a beautiful red lotus flower that has 4 petals. And out of this lotus flower that's sitting right at the base of your spine, your tailbone, I want you to see, imagine, feel your roots, your energetic pranic roots that are growing deeper and stronger down into Mother Earth. Maybe notice their color, texture. Maybe some are growing straight down, maybe some are spiraling, branching out, some are bigger than others. But they go all the way down, 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 down to the core of Mama Earth, the iron core. It's a fiery center, but the core is an iron core. And I want you to really feel your roots wrapped around that core. I want you to notice how much more grounded you feel, how much more relaxed you feel. I want you to recognize the amount of awareness that you are, the spacious awareness that you are. You're aware of the physical body, you're aware of your emotional heart center, you're aware of your energetic body, pranic body, you're aware of your roots, you're aware of Mother Earth. You are awareness. You are endless, infinite awareness. You are sacred, and your life here is sacred. Your journey here is sacred. Now I want you to begin to inhale and bring all of this Earth Mother energy, this strong, loving, fierce, creative energy up into your heart. And that seed that you saw, either 1, 2, or 3. If you saw 1, let's start with 1. I want you to come up into the heart space. I want you to see the seed open. This is your first and maybe only intention for the year. I want you to really see what it is. See it, feel it, hear it. If those of you that are connected with your higher self, if you have worked or are working with me and you're connected with your higher self, if you want to ask higher self, what is my first intention? What is my first seed for 2023? Go ahead and ask that. And then when you're ready, open your eyes, write that down. And if you have a second seed, go back into the heart, close your eyes, go back into the heart space. Ask again, what is that second seed of intention? And if you have a third, do the same with the third. And then I want you to just spend a couple minutes writing them down, journaling about it, journaling anything else that you experienced in this session. Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. Om Shakti Namaha, Om Shakti Namaha, Om Shanti, 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 Om. Okay. Has everyone almost finished? So if you haven't, you can come back to this. You can come back to your heart space and continue asking what your intentions are. Hopefully you got it. Or if you want my help continuing it or continuing to figure it out, let me know. Man, an hour just went by really fast. I was like, I hope I have enough content for an hour. We have more than enough. It's amazing. So I don't want to keep you. If anyone wants to stay on, I know some people have plans or maybe going somewhere or something. I can share. I'm going to keep recording this. So if you don't have plans and you want to continue, I'm going to continue because I'm going to share these tips of the intentions, these seeds that you're going to work on for 2023, and how to keep them active. So just a quick example, the most important thing is to have your why. So the 3 intentions or commitments, I like the word commitment better. My 3 for the year are sadhana, study, and shakti, because I fell off all of those this year. So sadhana means daily practice, a daily spiritual practice. So I am committing to my daily sadhana so that I can feel strong and open to receive. I'm committing to study, learning new stuff, because a great teacher always is a student. You're always a student, forever and ever and ever. While you're in these bodies, we're always students. So I'm committing to study to continue to be a student for inspiration and growth. because I can't do my favorite thing, which is teach, if I'm not studying and continuing to embody inspiration and growth to pass on, right? And then Shakti, revolution, the sweet, sweet business I get to work in, to be, my why is to continue to be of service, have independence, and really continue to step into my highest potential in this lifetime. So, going into some tips, And so I think that it looks like most everyone is staying on. Christina, thank you. I know you got to go. I love you. Have fun tonight. Send some,
You too.
I hope you record. She's DJing at a place by your house tonight. So let me know how it goes. Take some pictures and videos. Tell the people I
Yeah.
said hi, and
I
holler
will.
at you tomorrow. Happy New
All
Year.
right. Happy New Year, everybody.
Love you. Bye.
Love you too. Bye.
Okay, so change happens, and change only happens through small, repetitive daily actions. Change only happens through small, repetitive daily actions. I came across this thing some while back, and it said you want your commitments to be smart. You want them to be specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time bound. So specific means be detailed. What are you committing to? Why? Why are you committing to it? When do you want to commit to it? And where? So my daily sadhana, study, and business, I can all do all of those at home or at my office. Measurable. How much and how many? Because you want to be able to track. So I'm committing to doing at least 10 minutes a day of each of those. I say 10 minutes because if one day I don't want to go do an hour-long yoga practice, maybe my sadhana that day is just a 10-minute meditation. You know, of course I can go longer, but my minimum, I'm committing to, for 1 year and 1 day, I'm committing to all three of these for at least 10 minutes a day. So specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, time bound. Specific, be detailed. What, why, when, where. Measurable, how much and how many. Achievable, you want it to be realistic. Tools, skills, time, money. You have the tools to do it, the skills to do it, the time to do it, and the money to do it. Like if I would say I'm committing to learning sailing this year, I don't have the tools, skills, time, or money to do that. So I'm not going to commit to that. Relevant, does it matter to you? Also, sailing doesn't really matter to me. So why would I commit to that? Does it matter to you? And is right now the right time? There's lots of people that want to dive into self-work, self-growth, lots of them want to dive into lots of different things across the board. And maybe right now is not the right time. So you really want to be honest with yourself. Is this the right time for these intentions or commitments that I'm wanting to make? And then the T, time bound, set deadlines, set major deadlines and small. So if you are committing to a daily meditation and you want to go for the whole year, start off small. Say, I'm going to meditate every day this next week. And you want to make sure you're keeping track of it. So whether you're keeping track in an app or visually on a chart, you want to make sure that you're keeping track of your commitments. And don't overload. That's why I picked one to 3. If we commit to 5 new things for the new year, there's no way. And then when we don't make those commitments, we end up feeling like failures. And then we go down into a spiral of self-hatred and self-judgment. And then we're sometimes worse off than when we started. So pick something that you're ready for, pick something that is achievable, pick something that you have the time to do, the money to do, the resources to do, measure it, track it, set deadlines. Okay. Second tip. So, and if you want all of these written out, I can maybe like type them up and post these tips somewhere, but I didn't even think about that. I need an admin person to help me with that. Number 2, identify potential hurdles, blocks, and mental resistance, and make a plan for what to do when those hurdles and blocks come around, because they will. Hold yourself accountable. How can you hold yourself accountable? That's a real good question. I want you to think about that. I'm not going to answer that for you. Make sure that you have support from friends, family, a coach, therapist, and groups. So I'm going to be doing Zoom groups. I think once every 2 weeks. For sure, I'm doing it 2 weeks from now, so we can talk about something else and do more sharing and more, hey, I need support with this. My commitment, I committed to this and I haven't really done it. And let's talk about why. So we're going to have group support in here. Prepare your environment to support change. So if I lay my yoga mat out, chances are I'm going to practice yoga. If it's rolled up, chances are I might not. So prepare your environment, arrange stuff, remove things, and also have visual cues to help you. It's also why I advise creating some kind of altar or meditation space, so that you want to sit down and it's nice and inviting for you to sit down and meditate. If I were just had like my kitchen chair to meditate on, I would never want to do that. And put them in a positive fashion. Like, I will meditate daily for 1 year and 1 day. Don't stay away from I won't eat sugar. I won't be lazy. I won't, let's talk about what you will do. I will embrace eating healthier. I will choose healthier, sweet options every day for the rest of the year, something like that. So put them in a positive light. Link it already to something that you do. Link it to something you already do. So before I meditate, I'm going to practice yoga. After I meditate, I'm going to journal. So put it before or after something that you already do. Remember your why. Can't say that enough. Remember your why. Write it out, post it up, and talk about it. For my mentoring students, I have all of them. I don't check them, but I might check them this year. I have them write out a commitment at the beginning of every year. For 1 year and 1 day, I, Sarah, commit to blank, blank, and blank, and my whys are blank, blank, and blank. And I have them write it out and sign it, and typically hang it up where they can see it. So if you want help with that, let me know. I can send you a copy of the one that I'm going to be writing out probably tomorrow. Next Zoom meeting is going to be on Friday the 13th at 7 p.m. I'll post about it. For my current mentoring students, and probably this next one will still be complimentary. Maybe at some point I will charge if you are not a current mentoring student of mine, but for people who are already my students, these will always be complimentary and supportive and try to help you. So I have a nice little closing prayer that I'm going to read or it's just really a nice thing that I saw on Instagram. And then if you have any questions or comments, we'll do that. If you are not already working with me, then reach out to me to book a complimentary session to see what you might be able to get from it. And I'm also going to be doing a Reiki level 1 and Reiki level 2 training in my office in February. And only 3 people are going to be able to fit in there. So it's only going to be for 3 people. So if you're interested in becoming Reiki tuned, so you can do Reiki on yourself, and at level 2, you can do Reiki on plants and animals, then reach out to me and let me know. And I wrote down all of your intentions. So I'm going to add those into my morning prayers and invocations tomorrow to bring in even more support. Okay. And I'm going to read this and then we'll do Q&A or comments. Man, all right. I hustled all that out in like 10 minutes. That was a lot. Sorry if it went fast. My pictures. Oh, I think it's really beautiful. And I don't know what it's from. Anna's on a something books. So if you again want to tune in more deeply, maybe close your eyes. The old year is worn and tired. Time now to kiss it goodbye. Take with you its wisdom, the authority, and the power of all you have learned. Remember the past year with love, but let go of its despair. Live the year that lies ahead with fresh energy and hope. Be strong, have courage. It is time now for something new. Oh, thank you all for joining me. Happy New Year. Happy reset. Heck yeah. Yeah, I recorded this, so I will be posting it probably on there. I do have a Shakti YouTube channel that there's like 4 or 5 yoga videos on there. I think they're still on there. They're from a long time ago. So I'm going to figure out how to put this on there. You can tune back into it if you want to share it, whatever. So go ahead. Any questions? Anyone? Maybe like unmute yourself or just raise your hand if you have a question or if you have something to say or a comment or if anyone wants to share anything. No? Okay. All right then. Happy New Year. I love all of you.
Happy New
Be
Year.
well.
Bye.
See you soon.
Thank you, Sarah.
You're welcome. Namaste. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you, Sarah.
Welcome.
I love you.
I love you. I love you. Love you all. Okay.
Uh-oh.